have the current stock market update for Intel Corporation, stock ticker INTC. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So here we have the 30-minute price chart. Each candle on this price chart represents a 30-minute trading period. And what we can see here is that into the close today, the stock price itself is starting to sort of fall through this bullish trend channel that we have been watching for this stock. For the most part, there have been mostly bullish signals, bullish price patterns that have been developing here. But at some point, these have to break down at some point. They don't just last forever. And if we look at for example, this prior bull pennant pattern, we can see that this really did play out as expected. Share prices did move a significant distance higher, and then we did start to fail right around that, just ahead of that $25 mark, which is obviously going to be a key psychological level that traders will need to be watching. So as we can see here, there are some fairly significant price breaks here to the downside that are going to occur if share prices do manage to close below this level. So what we're going to do here is sort of drill into this price zone here and sort of explain why it's so important and where share prices are likely to head next if we do see downside breaks here. So if we sort of drill in here, we can see that there are a few different signals that are sort of developing here at the same time. Specifically, what I would be pointing to would be this rising blue line here, which is the 200 period exponential moving average. And then in addition to that, of course, we do have this upward trend channel that is starting to break. But then in addition to that, we also have this historical support zone, which was seen right around the same region. So we do have a few different signals that are developing here at the same time. And then if we do see share prices move a bit lower, we'll also be losing some Fibonacci support that is also found right around this area. So what I'm really getting at here is that there are several different signals here that are developing right around the same point. And today's close will be important because, we do need to sort of see how share prices are likely to extend here through the second half of this week. So getting a close below this trend channel is significant on its own, but failing to sort of break below this rising 200 period exponential moving average is a bit of a positive here, and also. As we can see, we didn't really close below that roughly 22.25 support zone. So let me just write that in here. So this would be 22.25 is a prior area of historical support. And as we can see, that blue line is coming right into contact with that area. So, it is a negative here that we are starting to pressure this uptrend channel. But that on its own is not enough of a negative signal here to start to become concerned here, at least near term. We do still need to see a few different price signals that are likely to develop to the downside before we can really start to throw in the towel on the bullish side of the argument. So as we can see here, this moving average has still remained intact. That's that prior historical support level has remained intact. And then the other area that I'm kind of pointing to here does come in right around 22, the 22 mark, because this is where this 61.8% Fibonacci retracement zone currently rests. So, you have about 4 or 5 different signals here that are kind of posting in the same area. And at the moment, we have broken through one of those and closed below one of those. And that would be this uptrend channel. But, uptrend channels are a little bit subjective. I mean, you can sort of draw them a bit differently. If we did start to see a bounce here, for example, tomorrow, then we would start to say that, this channel actually did hold up. So, a trend channel alone is not really good enough for me to sort of base a trade or to sort of alter an outlook or something like that. I mean, I do need more information than that. And as things currently stand, we really haven't broken below these other levels just yet. This is trading heavy. I mean, we could start to see, share prices move below those levels tomorrow. It's completely feasible. But it has not yet occurred. So we don't really want to jump the gun and say that those breakouts to the downside are already in place because they haven't yet happened. So if we sort of move into the indicator reading here quickly, we can see that overall The trend trajectory here has started to develop in the negative direction. This is obviously a bit of a problem for the stock, and we're also trading somewhat low in the relative strength index reading, and we're almost heading into oversold territory as well. So this is significant because you could start to see a bounce out of here relatively soon. And if this does happen relatively soon, you could possibly keep some of those other support zones, those sort of support triggers intact and protected from this recent downward trend in share prices themselves. So, with all of that in mind, we do have to understand that the broader trend here is still negative. We are still moving in the downward direction. And this could be enough to send share prices below that near-term support zone. So, just to close out the video here, I will look briefly at some longer-term time frames. We can move out to the hourly chart here to start to see where share prices are currently behaving in relation to those exponential moving averages, because those exponential moving averages are generally a bit more important. They're more closely watched by the market and things like that. And as we can see here, the 100 period EMA, so that's the 100-hour exponential moving average, and that 200-hour exponential moving average are really coming right into contact with this region. So there is some scope here that we could still bounce higher, just because we're closing below that trend channel. Not really enough to start to alter the bias just yet. I mean, we really do need to see a break below these areas as well, and then clear signals would be given if we do see daily closes below there. The most bearish possible scenario here would be to see a break below this 100-hour EMA, 200-hour EMA, and then also that 61.8% Fibonacci retracement zone, which currently rests right around $22. So this does sort of make it kind of easy to visualize here what the risk would be to the downside. Sort of the most bearish scenario here would be to see a break and close below that 22 mark. If we do see that occur, I definitely think that at the very best you could hope for would be a period of sideways consolidation to sort of maybe base out there in anticipation of a test of that $20 level. And possibly share prices can start to form a base there, which would be good for the stock from a longer term perspective. So here's the current stock market update for Intel Corporation, stock ticker INTC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.